Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. Look, the question, right? This video can get long, but I don't have that much time. Listen, why do fighters work with, Heredia, Usman, Sijjad, Alex Ariza, Victor Conte, okay? Now, understand this. They seek out their services to get into the best physical condition possible. These guys, my understanding, not all, some of the fighters are on, especially Victor Conte, he advocates for his guys to be on a year-round, stringent VADA testing, okay? But when people are like, hey, why is it a big deal if a fighter is working with these guys? Well, because of the history, in particular, of Conte and Heredia. Those guys, it's going back past 2013, man. These guys were out here going at each other's necks, man, attacking each other. I don't know what the deal is. They do it to this day, okay? The Arizas, well, I think he's kind of disappeared from the scene. But my understanding is he's still doing some work. But the reason why people, when they talk about Ariza, is not in a positive light is because for years, Floyd Mayweather put it out there that he's suspected. I mean, Paulie Malignaggi put it out there. There's a lot of boxers put out there. They suspected Pacquiao to be on, some kind of substance. Just the way he's been able to go and dominate across 8 weight classes. They're like, that's just something that's, to them, is impossible. Okay, and then with Usman Sijjad, I mean, a lot of people didn't know who he was until the whole thing with clomiphene and Conor. But then you start to dig a little bit and find out Usman Sijjad's been working with Tyson Fury since Tyson Fury's returned to the sport of boxing. So it makes you wonder. I mean, and it's fair to ask these questions, right? What the hell is really going on behind the scenes when these guys are working with these pharmaceutical geniuses? Now, I'm going to tell you the thing with Heredia, right? I don't trust him because Jesse Vargas, y'all know who Jesse Vargas is, right? He fought Adrian Broner. He signed over to the Matchroom. He was working underneath Mayweather at the time, then broke away. Y'all know who Jesse Vargas is, right? He went on record and he said something where he was going to work with Heredia. But there was some things that Heredia were basically trying to encourage that he just didn't want to do it. And as a result, he didn't want to work with them anymore. Now, he didn't go into specifics, but y'all need to watch that interview because that interview is an eye-opener. So what it tells me, right, is that these pharmaceutical geniuses, they know their jobs. And then when you think about Victor Conte, and since he's returned to the sport of boxing, I'm not sure of any of his fighters turning up positive for anything. But I do know that, I'm going to take, because I want to get this right, because I thought it was interesting. Because Victor Conte uses VADA, Heredia prefers USADA, so USADA. And he prefers USADA because he's just worked with him for a lot of years. But I'm going to tell you, right? Let me show you something. Now, Jean Pascal. Y'all remember Jean Pascal, right? He had been working with Heredia for quite some time. Y'all remember Jean Pascal? It looked like his career was over. He came back out here putting on outstanding performances, like he found a fountain of youth. So he did the Marcus Brown, and he fought, was it Badu Jack? But the Marcus Brown fight. But bottom line is, right, he ended up testing positive for banned substances. Now, I'm not here to point the finger at anyone. What I'm telling you is these fighters want to perform at a certain level. And something else I'm going to tell you is a fact, right? There are substances out there. I did a video on this already, so I'm not digging it all back up. You can go look on my channel, the video, right? There are substances out there that are not banned by VADA or banned by USADA, right? That can give you the same results as taking a banned substance. And there have been people who talk about it and say, why ban this and not ban this when this gives you the same result? And if you have a pharmaceutical genius on your team who understands these different drugs, right? And they can put together the right supplementation strategy or the right cocktail, which is legal, then you can get a fighter in the ring performing at a level that another fighter who's taking the illegal substances performing at the same level as that fighter. The only difference is one's taking something that's not banned, the other one's taking something that's banned. And the one who's taking things that aren't banned may be worse than the stuff the fighter's taking that's banned. So if you ask me, I don't think we should trip a whole lot. I think we should have conversations because it drives a good dialogue. But I don't think we should be over here, man, losing our minds over these guys with these pharmaceutical geniuses. Because there's a lot of guys out here who are taking a lot of substances and banned substances that aren't getting caught. When you look at Usman Sijjad, this man went on record and said you would have to be dumb to get caught taking PEDs. It's so easy to cheat the system. Knowing the cycles, knowing they're going to come in the morning, you can take stuff that'll literally be out of your system within a couple hours. These guys got it. When you hear someone talk like that, sounds to me like it's someone who's been doing that for a while and understands the system, understands how to approach it, and understands how to make sure his fighters don't go undetected when they're taking the illegal cocktails. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave this alone, right? For those of you who are saying, man, you're basically accusing people. No, I'm not. I'm just having a conversation. But what I'll tell you is this, right? If you have a fighter who's looking for help in his camp, right? And you got a qualified, unknown strength and conditioning, well, a qualified unknown pharmaceutical genius. Then you got a Conte, an Ariza, a Sijjad, a Heredia. Why would they go to Conte, Heredia, Sijjad, Ariza, and not use the qualified unknown pharmaceutical genius? If someone could tell me the reason, then outstanding. Leave it in the comments. But that's my question, right? You have a qualified unknown pharmaceutical genius, and you have a Conte, Heredia, Ariza, Usman, Sijjad. Why in the world would fighters pick one of those four over the unknown guy? What does their track record show to make a fighter say, nah, I ain't messing with him. I already know him, but I know what these guys can do. What is it that they can do to make a fighter break his or her neck to get over there and work with those guys? Biggest fight of your career. Biggest fight of your career. Never needed a pharmaceutical genius, but I need one now. Let me go grab Heredia. Let me go grab Conte. Usman Sijjad. Tommy Fury working with Usman Sijjad too for the Jake Paul fight. Y'all don't feel like Tommy Fury performed a little bit differently in that fight? Huh? Anybody feel like Tommy Fury looked a little bit different in that fight? Anybody feel like Tyson Fury looked a little bit different in some fights with Wilder? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. People talk about Crawford, man. People talk about Devin Haney. People talking about Boo Boo Andre. People talking about Nonito Donaire. Working with Snack. You don't think them guys show a little bit of power? Show a little bit of stamina? Show a little bit of speed? Show some, pretty impressive durability? I'm already, you already know. Pascal. Ugas. Ugas didn't look pretty good against Porter. Ugas didn't look pretty good against Pacquiao. Ugas didn't look pretty good against Spence. Huh? Heredia. Juan Manuel Marquez. That's the fight. Pacquiao 4. Then Ariza over there with Pacquiao for all them years. That's all I'm saying. What does their track record show to make a fighter say, no, I got to have them in my corner? Because my thing is, whatever they're doing, I tell you what, man, I'm back on my little fitness journey. Been in the gym pretty consistent the last couple of weeks. Cardio, lifting weights, you know what I'm saying? They don't have I got to go to this boxing gym to get to them heavy bag, but you know, I think they got one out there, man. It's a huge gym I go to on an Air Force base. But let me tell you something. I wouldn't mind hooking up with these guys. Let me see what the secret is, man. Let me know what the secret is. I would like to know. Because anything that can help me get myself back down to that weight to where, you know, Hollywood would be calling, then great. But why is it a secret? What's the secret about it? I think these guys are brilliant, man. Don't get me wrong. But for these fighters who are seeking them out, they're not seeking them out because for any other reason that they know they can make them stronger, faster, more durable, right? And improve their conditioning, overall conditioning. Why do they have the secrets that other strength and conditioning coaches, pharmaceutical genius don't have? What is it they're doing for their fighters to perform at optimal levels every time they get in the ring? That's the question. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I think it's a good conversation for us to have. What is the motivation for these fighters to seek out the help of those names I mentioned? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.